fry again. Hi everybody, welcome back to Cantonese Food Recipes. I'm Andrew and tonight I'm going to be making a lamb chop stir fried with some green peppers and onions. And yeah, just like that, I'm just going to show you guys a simple, quick, delicious dinner dish that you can make for your family and friends to eat. Okay, let's get cooking. Okay, over here I got about 10 slices of some delicious lamb chops over here. Let's marinate this. Okay, first I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of crushed garlic. Next, we're going to give a quick sprinkle of salt all around. You don't want to add too much salt, just sprinkle all around a good amount. Next, a quick sprinkle of white pepper. Okay, now we're going to add in a few teaspoons of sugar. The sugar will give this lamb chop a good sear and a good color once we pan fry these. So I'm going to add in 3 teaspoons. Okay, we're going to add in half a teaspoon of chicken bouillon powder. Okay, first give this a good mix around the meat so that the meat gets a bit of the spice on each piece there. But you don't need to worry, once we add in the sauces, the spices will melt into the sauce, and yeah, all the pieces of lamb over here will be spiced up and sauced up. Okay, just give a quick mix just like that. Okay, now we're gonna drizzle some oyster sauce. A good amount all around. So also drizzle some soy sauce. Just a quick drizzle around. Okay, now we're gonna give it a quick drizzle of Chinese rice wine. Okay, a quick drizzle of sesame oil. And a good drizzle of olive oil. Just add in a bit more olive oil because we're going to be pan frying this after it's marinated. Okay, now we're going to just give this a quick mix, and then we will add in a bit of cornstarch to thicken the marinade. If you add in the cornstarch too early, the spices won't get into the meat. It won't spread evenly. So the cornstarch, we always have to add it last. Okay, once you think you have mixed well with the meat, and every meat looks like it has some garlic and some sauces and spices, then we will add in the cornstarch. Now we're going to sprinkle some cornstarch. Okay, here's a heaped teaspoon here. I think that's enough. If you want like a more dry, like once you pan fry the lamb chops, if you want a more like drier kind of bite, then you add in more cornstarch. But if you want like a kind of like saucy kind of lamb chops here, then you don't need to add so much cornstarch. So yeah, now you just gotta mix it up, and then the sauces is gonna get thick, and yeah, it will trap all the sauces and ingredients on the lamb chops over here. And once we pan frying this, because of the cornstarch, a lot of the lamb's water content will be trapped in the meat, so you won't end up like a dry kind of bite of the lamb chops over here. Okay, so we give this a quick mix, and just gotta let this marinate in the fridge for about 30 minutes to 1 hour, and then it'll be ready for pan fry. But for now, we're gonna cut up some onions and green peppers. Okay guys, so over here I cut up like 2 onions over here, 2 large onions, and also got like 4 little green bell peppers over here. So for the stir fry, the onions, as you can see, it was just chopped in half like this. Gonna cut the onion like this, just in half. That's what we want. And the green bell peppers, these little small ones, just also in half. So we're looking at these kind of pieces over here. So once this is cut up, the onion over here, we're gonna separate it. You're gonna first separate each piece like this for the stir fry. Or else if you just dump it in the wok when we stir frying, it will be stuck together. Because we need to cook this very quick. We don't want the onions to be cooked well done, so you get a crispy bite, and the green bell peppers and the onion flavor will soak up all that lamb chop oils, and then it also feels those oil flavors, the onion and green bell pepper flavors into the meat. So yeah, you'll end up with a very tasty lamb chop stir fried recipe, and I guarantee you it's very delicious. So yeah, I'll just be cutting all this up, and then we'll prepare to stir fry the lamb chops. Okay guys, it's time to cook the lamb chops with the green bell peppers and onions. And let me just show you guys the other dishes that I'm making tonight to pair it with this delicious lamb chop. Okay, over here I chopped up some broccoli. This broccoli I'm just going to boil some water, add in some oil, a teaspoon of salt, and boil it for about 3 to 5 minutes and lift it out and plate it. And then over here I've got some lettuce over here. We'll boil a pot of water, add in a slice of ginger, some oil, a teaspoon of salt, and just boil this lettuce over here. And as you can see over here is the onions and green bell peppers that I showed you guys. Easy chopping method, and you must separate the onions for the stir fry. And then there's the marinated lamb meat over there. And here is just a plate of steamed ribs. We're going to put this in the steamer for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes it should be ready, and we'll just sprinkle some spring onions. But tonight's dish that I'm showing you guys, it will be the main dish is the lamb chops stir fried with green peppers and onions. So let's get cooking. Okay guys, so I'm preheating my wok over here. Now we're going to first pan fry the lamb chops first. Let's add in a good amount of olive oil. Not too much because the lamb has a lot of fat in it as well. Just twirl that all around. You must know this wok, you can see smoking hot now. Okay, now I'm just going to splatter all my lamb in here and spread it all out. Adding all that sauce. Okay. Just turn down the heat to medium. You'll need to cook these lamb pieces for about 5 minutes on each side until it's seared. Then we can add in the vegetables. You want all that, you see the fatty parts of the lamb over here to start searing, so you can bring out all that lamb fat oil before we dump in the bell peppers and onions. Once we see our lamb chops are well seared and the color looks good, then we know it's ready for the bell peppers. Okay. Now everything's spread up nicely. You can turn up the heat. And we're going to let this fry for a few minutes on each side. Okay, it's been frying for about 2 minutes. Now I'm going to flip it around. You can see a lot of moisture, water content is coming out of the lamb already. So we're going to be frying this until we just left with a lot of oil. Okay, let it cook. Okay, it's been another 2 minutes. I've been moving my pan around the flame just like that to burn the the edges because most of the heat is in the center, so I'm like going to the sides here for like a few 10 seconds on the side so the meat will be cooked. And you can see a lot of the lamb's blood content is popping out from the top here. Now it's time to just flip it around. At this time I'm just going to stir fry it around so that the meat will be cooked differently around the wok. Okay, you can see like the most brown side is the one was at the base, so you would know which side should be flipped again. Once the oil starts splattering on my skin, I would know that the lamb is ready so that I will add in the onions and green bell peppers. Okay, so let this cook again. Then we'll stir fry it up. Okay, now let's stir fry this. You can see a lot of the moisture has come out from the lamb already. And a lot of the fat from the lamb is also melting into the oil. So when that happens, you'll start to burn the meat very quickly. So you're gonna be like letting it cook for like 30 seconds and you have to stir it up or else everything starts burning up. As you can see, you can already see it starts to burn up and the oil also starts to flicker around. When it starts to flicker, I know that it's almost time to throw in the bell peppers. I will just let that cook for a little longer because I want a better char, better sear on the lamb over here. Okay, stir it up and then throw in the onions and stuff in here. Onions and bell peppers. Okay, it's popping. You can see the sear that I like over here. Okay, as I said, the onions must separate them before we pop this in. Okay, now we're going to give this a quick stir fry. We're going to stir fry the onions and green bell peppers with the lamb oils over here. Let all those onions soak up all that delicious lamb oil. And then the oil won't even splatter on your hand while we are frying this. Okay, give it a quick mix and let it cook for like 30 seconds before we stir fry it again. Okay, let's give it a little quick stir again. Just trying to make sure the veggies are like sticking to the base of the wok. So if we cooked that oil. Okay. Just cook it for a few seconds again. Okay, stir fry again. So now to see if it's ready or not, you're just going to grab a piece of the onion and just going to give it a little quick taste. Okay. The onion's hot and it's crunchy. That's how we like it. Take a bite of the green bell peppers as well. Okay, green bell peppers is also crunchy and yeah, nicely cooked. Yeah, this is what we're looking for, guys. So yeah, this is my dish tonight. It's time to serve and eat this up. Switch off the flames. Let me show you guys close up. Check that out. Just check that out. Delicious lamb. I like eating lamb like this, guys. So I hope you guys give this recipe a try, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, enough talking, it's time for dinner. My family's starving. Okay, let's eat.